Boom.
Okay, from now on, everything you say or do will be recorded and posted on the internet.
I just want to tell you, that's not a threat, because I wish everything we had just said was recorded and posted on the internet, so like in 20 years I can go and hear this. I'm still going to find it hilarious.
Should we just repeat the entire 5 minutes?
No. We don't need to do that.
I have an RPG
I'd like to actually
block.
start the game. If you don't
Wait. Can we do one important thing to see if I register on the thing?
You register on the
Okay,
thing.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out, since you seem to be afraid of like the machine being able to pick me up, I'm the one producing like the giant spikes.
Oh, okay.
Just wait till I start laughing.
That's true.
When you laugh, it becomes a square.
I know.
No, after I adjusted it last week, the size of all the spikes have dramatically increased. So that's what happens when you turn off the focus on your microphone and actually let it pick up everything around it. So, hooray for omnidirectionalness.
Neat.
All right, who wants to tell us about what happened last time?
We stole a restaurant.
And
we tried.
database has been updated.
Apparently that part of the database has been updated.
So that's not what happened last time. We don't have the technology. Yeah, we stole a restaurant. We sold it in Skytuga. And now we're trying to sell.
We also came to an agreement we would never ever call anything as stupid as Skytuga ever again.
Yes, that was a very important agreement. We didn't come to that agreement.
You just say that.
That, we found a whole bunch of figurines, which are
Yeah.
apparently
And we got rip-roaring drunk.
And then we're stuck in a town. Tidville. Trying to find the smuggler.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone who will buy the art.
We're stuck in a town, and I'm plotting to steal an Imperial battleship, along with I am.
Well, who isn't in this
So,
one?
Along with getting away with the smuggler. And I believe we actually left off with me being like, I have a plan.
Beard stroking included.
Right, obviously.
And dramatic music.
All right.
Don't forget about the dramatic
So,
music.
so the latest information, if I recall correctly, was that the town was being blockaded by the Imperial troops who were searching for this smuggler.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to Jezebel's efforts.
And I tried too.
That would be illegal.
You have very different methods. Two entirely different approaches.
Yes, two very different approaches.
I have the fun approach.
You got news that something was happening on 5th Street.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And which you believe to be related to whatever is happening here. I'm going to continue the tradition of starting off with some leading questions, or just questions in general. And feel free to fill in whatever would make for a cool story. Okay? So, someone tell me, after your initial scouting, what did you find on 5th Street?
We found a whole bunch of Imperialists just like standing in front of one building.
I might have been jumping the gun, but I thought that it was that they had him pulled up on 5th Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what she said was right.
There's a barricade.
Yeah.
Okay, barricade, a whole bunch of Imperials outside of what building?
One building. A two-story building?
A 2-story glass shop. No videos, guys. You know my laugh.
Yeah, so a two-story building.
Two-story building, okay.
That produces fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
In the middle.
Ah.
Even better, it's
we
a
are not
knockery.
making this
Okay. Family-run business run by the Tanners?
That's the name of the family.
Tannins? Right?
That's the name of the family. Tannins.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I assume
Yes,
Quinn knows
and.
them. Well, you can tell by the large sign up front.
Oh, Tana's fertilizer shop.
Right.
The marvelous.
The best fertilizer you'll ever smell.
I think Quinn just got the joke.
Wait, what?
Even I caught that joke.
No,
Thank you.
I've been crunching on pita chips.
Thank
I've heard
you.
like every third word.
Anyway,
You're the one who said fertilizer.
Yeah.
And you didn't catch the Back to the Future reference.
No. I've only seen Back to the Future once.
Shame on you. Alright, so,
I believe that me and Vincent
Cedric.
Cedric have changed into Imperial uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
For
Well,
some reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Information
That's-
gathering.
well, actually, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to do a kind of a story summary of what went on here, okay? Stopping in at certain points to role play events as they are interesting. Does that sound like a workable system for you? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now that you know what's going on, I assume that you intend to somehow gain entrance to said building.
That was the plan.
So how did you get past the guards?
Bluffing.
Bluffing.
Care to elaborate?
So,
Tell a story, perhaps?
us two
we
were we were in our uniforms, and I was a high-ranking officer within the Navy. I just pulled the attention, yelled, "Attention!" Everyone shot back. Walked in like I knew what I was doing, because I did.
Uh-huh.
And just, they walked right in, told them I need to go handle this personally.
Mm-hmm.
And they let me in once they realized how strong I was.
I followed him like a good aide de camp.
All right. Easy enough. So inside, the two of you, then how did you get the rest of the party in to join you?
He did.
Considering I burned my uniform long ago.
That was the
Why
issue.
are we
But
bringing the rest of the
Like, I was
party?
gonna make the point they were all new recruits, were they not?
they're kind of old. That's the issue.
There were a lot of new recruits there, but they weren't all new recruits.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thankfully, the buildings are right next to each. There are two buildings right next. This building and another building's right next to each other, and there's roof access on both buildings. So we were able to just unlock the top door and let them descend over on the roof, while the other Imperial recruits were being inept.
All right. Very nice.
Okay, so now there are 4 other people here. So,
So now that you're all inside, where was William Luffberg, the smuggler you were looking for?
he was in a half-prepared Hall of Mirrors thing. Like, you know how they have those funhouse mirrors in amusement parks? In a fertilizer shop? Oh, I thought we were going with the glass store.
No, fertilizer.
Oh, never
The
mind.
second story is glass, the
No,
first story is
we
fertilizer.
Oh!
found him preparing making bombs on fertilizer.
Stink
Found him.
bombs.
Say that again.
We found him making makeshift bombs on fertilizer. Fertilizer is really combustible. I'm assuming it's like chemical fertilizer, not just poo.
You go off to like a big poo at them.
No, yeah, I would be prepared, right? But
So,
All right. So
out of
thank you.
curiosity, at the end of the last session was like, I have a plan. Was anyone like, what is the plan? Or were you all just like,
This is our
you're
plan.
like, okay,
I have a catering
follow blindly.
We have ultimate faith in you. I have ultimate faith in him. Oh no, wait, used to be. I don't. Definitely not this one.
All right.
okay.
So we find him.
Found him making poo bombs.
Sorry.
Fertilizer bombs.
Fertilizer bombs.
Bombs.
What do you say to him?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
By now we've taken off our coats since there are no windows in this room, so they can't see us.
Hey, you.
What? Hey, who's there?
Over here.
How'd you get in here?
They let us in.
We have
Yeah,
wings.
we walked in and we're going to walk out. We're coming out.
Okay. And who are you?
We are the crew of the ship name.
Iron Rose!
Really? Even I know this. Not horrible names. Come on.
You are the crew of the Iron Rose?
Yep,
Well, part of it.
the
Indeed!
entire crew. We started with all 100 people.
Move the rest of the 100 overboard. We need more people.
Okay, no.
So that would make you Helen, correct?
Well, yes, actually, I am.
Pleased to meet you. Sorry about the dirty hands.
Yes, good.
So, do you know why there's a whole bunch of soldiers standing around outside?
Did they know you're here?
Yeah.
Did you not know that? Why were you making fertilizer bombs? Well, we weren't preparing for
I
that.
figured they were here, but what I don't understand is why they're not here. Why are they just standing outside?
Oh,
They're gonna storm in a minute.
Sort of want the new recruits to just be fodder and for the superiors to take on the glory.
Plus, they might know you have fertilizer bombs. And maybe probably trying to formulate a plan.
Ah, yes.
So is there any reason the Empire hates your guts, or is this completely disproportional?
or is it just usual?
Well, it seems pretty disproportionate to me. I haven't done anything in particular, not that anyone else in my position wouldn't have done.
So just to be clear, things in your position you would have done is things like avoiding tariffs, smuggling illegal goods, and not things like kidnapping the princess of the Empire.
There's a princess of the
And take
Empire?
care to various castles.
Yeah.
There's
So-
castles?
The Emperor is a person who has a wife. And when they get together at night, there's a chance
Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Long story. Anyways,
Okay.
you're only smuggling and nothing more.
Well, I do what pays.
And what did you do this most recent time?
Smuggling, of course.
Smuggling what?
Stuff.
Such as...
What kind of stuff?
Hey, come on. You guys are in the same business. You can't go telling everything, can you?
China
You never know who's listening.
Oh, we're listening
Yep.
right now.
Unfortunately, we're in a sort of a kind of situation because there are guys that want to kill you right outside because there's a bounty on your head.
So,
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
why don't we just bust him out already? Like, we can have this conversation outside and away from the guards.
Oh yeah, up through the roof.
I was just going to go out and act like we arrested him.
Yeah, but the issue.
Uh-oh.
Continue. No. The issue with that is, what if? Wait. Look outside the window and see if there's anyone of a higher rank outside. Of a high rank outside.
It doesn't matter. We'll just say we're a special task force made to take him back directly by order of the Emperor.
That works. I like that idea.
Hi.
What do you do
Sorry.
if there's, someone there who knows otherwise?
My computer.
Someone who knows for a fact that the
hates
Emperor
me
has given no
sometimes.
special orders to an individual unit of investigators.
I'm a
Someone
little
who's
bit
familiar
skeptical.
of every imperial order that the
I'm a
Emperor
little
has
bit
given.
skeptical. I think we should just avoid.
Or we can just put him
Well,
through the roof.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
through the roof. We can
What
avoid.
if we take
There's
him
a
back?
lot of higher ups hanging around here. Maybe
Exactly.
there is somebody who knows what's going on.
We can just move him through the roof.
Let's just go through the roof.
All
Well,
right.
shouldn't you and Edward walk back out and give the recruits some sort of information?
I have an even better idea.
Or
He's making
have-
bombs.
have
Maybe
a
we stumbled
discretion.
across one and we were injured and we can get on the inside.
Or maybe we could blow them up as we're leaving, and then they'll think that it just exploded, and the what's his face, the smugglers.
For once, Robert actually has a good idea.
I see.
It's been a few hours since he drank it.
So they'll just assume that I died in the wreckage.
There'll be a big explosion.
Poop is very fun.
So are we two going to run away, or are we going to act like we're still part of the guard?
I say we disappear with them because we disappear with them. It's gonna be messy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
That
might
will
get
be.
found out. It's all done.
Anyways, how many bombs do you have with you? Let's see how the.
With me?
No, that you made.
We got about a dozen here now.
How quickly did you make them?
Why don't you just set the entire pit on fire on it to explode?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah,
certainly
that
got
makes
enough to take the building down.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Ah.
So.
Yeah, if you guys want to help me disperse them, we need somebody here, disperse.
Structural. Actually, right here.
Bring it
That should do it.
Okay, why don't you go out with those four first, and we'll light it up and
Which
get the rear.
four?
So.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
Oh yeah. Basically everyone but Edward and I will stay behind and leave right behind you guys, but we'll set it off.
Sounds like a plan.
It does sound like a plan. But I want to know one thing first. What are you doing here?
Alright, so I want to know, like, did you not hear me when I said we can have this discussion when we're not surrounded by Imperial troops? Possibly with booze involved.
I like the booze. But before I go with you guys, as much as I admire your work, why are you here helping me?
There's a certain blockade that's happening right now because of you possibly. And we'd like to remove that blockade by having you completely
Yeah, you're
disappear.
messing with Mike.
With us.
There are two options.
We're not returning you to the Imperials. That'd be horrible.
There are three options here, basically. The first option, and the one that we prefer, is you disappear and then leave the blockade. Second one is you disappear and then smuggle us out so they don't lift the blockade, because as everyone knows, the Empire gets. Third option is that we try and break out on our own, and I want to avoid that at all costs, because we are not that good.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus the blockade might not even come down if you're turned in, government bureaucracy and all that junk.
True.
Weeks for them to figure it out.
So, alright.
So it's close, we'll
Fair enough. I suppose we're both in this bind. We might as well work together.
And we'll have booze.
Lots of booze.
That's true. Your ship has its own
Can we turn
bar
back
and
on
brewery.
video?
Yes. So we can discuss the finer details, but hopefully that's enough for you to.
I agree. Alright, I like this plan. Let's, what is the phrase? Blow this joint.
I like that phrase.
It works.
Okay, so you four take care of our friend Mr. William Smuggler.
I always take good care of everyone.
Bombs.
That was your past life, you told me.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
We'll be right behind you guys. Edward, ready?
Yep.
It's a match.
It's a very fabulous way to light them off.
That's what. Anyway. His sword's a giant. He uses his sword and then leaves it so fast until the sparks flying.
That would work.
It does.
But
If his sheath was made of flint,
but it's
that'd
not
be really cool.
Okay.
yet.
Obviously.
Anyway.
Anyways,
So,
What?
Okay.
so
So,
escaped.
so you make it out
Yes.
alive.
Yes.
The poor Imperials are now scrambling.
don't forget they stink because burning poo smells.
That too. The whole
It's
block
like a giant bag
smells.
of burning
Now,
an Imperial War stuff.
and you guys very carefully taking the most back alley way possible. Weave your way back through the city to return to the Iron Rose. And now you all get together in the tavern. Everybody with a round in hand.
Except for me.
Here.
I don't think the Empire has drinking.
I don't think we have a drinking age. We're pirates. We left the Empire because we wanted to drink.
But how often do you really let Barb drink all that much, Helen?
Dude, I have no influence over her. So if she wants to drink,
Jezebel,
just go ahead.
do you know that barrel that we made
3 weeks ago?
The special barrel?
The
You guys just, like,
special barrel.
talking
Okay.
code.
Okay.
No, I thought it was gonna be like.
Here you
Just
go,
or
Barb.
something.
Here's an entire parallel Cedric made it just for you.
No thank you, I'll just take a glass of water.
See? You don't want. She doesn't want it anyway.
Yes,
I don't want to end up like my father did.
Have some
I'm
beer.
sorry.
Then don't make a comment about me not letting you drink. Anyway, we had business.
Yes.
Mr. William.
Yes, we did.
Here's the booze.
Why did I come here to you guys again?
Because
Because the other
free
option is
booze.
being captured by the Imperials. If you're
Right. Booze. I mean the Imperials.
By the way, if you ever want to redig on that decision and go to prison.
No.
And because we're apparently famous.
I thank you for the assistance.
So.
I mean, obviously I planned on blowing the building myself, but
Oh, yeah.
that was about the only option left to me after, well, they got the rest of my crew.
Where did they take them? Where did they take them?
Well, back in various ships. I mean, not all at once. We scattered in the city, and they've slowly been picked off. And
Okay.
Are you a captain?
somebody, of course, I'm a captain.
You can't
But
tell.
you're the guy.
I don't like the way you're looking down at everyone who's not the captain. Because the majority of people here are not the captain.
And
That's
technically,
sort of hierarchy.
you're not a captain because you don't have a
Just
ship.
call me-
No.
Oh, they
I
call me
know you.
Vera.
What?
I are you?
I technically own this ship at this point.
She has a point.
I think you're grossly blowing my debt out of proportion.
No, she's actually understating it by saying that you actually owe more than your ship to her.
Remember, you ordered me your hat.
Anyway, so out of
guys have
curiosity,
issues.
what did you do that let them?
Surprise!
Across your face.
Why can't it ever be so?
We're pirates?
We can play a
You
simple
steal
game.
stuff, you sell stuff. Why is it so difficult?
Depends on
People
what you
don't wanna be stolen
steal and where you sell it.
Yeah, but you just shoot
And who's
them, and
involved?
it's not a problem.
People.
Yeah, people. I agree. I like her. Does she think
Not always, just sometimes, but people. Not all the time. But sometimes it's just.
Anyways, so there's the blockade is still happening, and she's mine. And we would like
She's
to.
too old for me anyway.
Oh, you're not that young.
I'm gonna step out of this conversation and
No, please! We are conducting business!
Yeah!
What are we actually
Business.
transacting here?
I don't know!
His life,
Who's
or
in
we
my
turn it
mouth?
over and get money.
Wait a minute, wait a
like 50
minute.
helios.
We were working together to get out of the blockade because he said even if you did turn me over, that wouldn't mean they'd let you go. Right?
If it's
Why
less,
do you talk?
if it's less of a struggle just to turn you over and wait.
no. Either way, we're gonna be waiting since we're waiting to see if they get the idea that you've disappeared. Which, knowing their ineptitude, it'll be a while.
That's true. We have
Or
plenty of time.
we can turn you in, hypothetically, and it'll still be a while because they're inept. Or we spirit ourselves away through smuggling channels.
I like the third one.
No, then becomes the question. It's still getting a boat through a blockade. And if they're not letting any boats out, no matter how you smuggle, it's going to be hard to get us out.
Barb,
Mhm.
I assume our good friend here, Mr. William, has broken blockades before, and he did so with a ship, right?
I also have an idea.
Oh,
Edward
I
has an
guess
idea, guys.
technically it was a ship.
Was it an Imperial ship?
What's
That
the
broke the
dinghy?
blockade?
Or was it
Two
like a
ideas.
pirate ship? What do you mean, technically a ship?
Well, some might call it more of a boat or a dinghy, but
I knew it was a dinghy.
it counts, right?
Can you get something
See?
this size?
Was it a life raft or something? See?
Can you get something the size of the Iron Rose out of here, please?
So I might be a
Ooh,
better
that'd
smuggler
be-
than Mr. Smuggler here.
Oh, you've smuggled
Let's
before?
conduct business.
Mr. Fancy Pants?
Yes, I've smuggled lots of things, like intelligence.
Lord
You gotta
knows.
admit, that's a lot easier to hide.
Yes,
Present
much more
company
than a
purpose.
ship.
as an example.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Imperial ships are all at basically the same level, aren't they?
Level
Altitude?
5?
Altitude.
Altitude.
Oh no, they're all over the place.
Yeah,
A little bit of delay.
Wait, then how does, so if the Empire moves in 3 dimensions and the other 2 nations move in 2, then how are the other 2 nations still in existence?
Huh?
Everybody moves in three.
Everybody moves in three.
Everybody moves.
I only move.
This is getting back into
I thought you were supposed to be the smart one.
No, this is OC's out of character, because, once again, this is getting into the physics of Bush Moss, and that sort of thing, which I'm still not completely sure on.
It's lift moss plus balloon.
Sure
Oh,
does. Oh, I thought you were
yeah.
saying leave them
Regardless.
as we want to talk about altitude.
No. It's lift moss and balloons that gets up and down.
Right, but there should be some
You're
degree of
forgetting
buoyancy.
about the stones, too.
Metal.
But there should be some degree, so if they grant some degree of buoyancy, the way that a balloon creates a certain amount of up force, then sure, but then they should be at wildly different altitudes instead of all at about the same level the way a sea would make them.
I assume they're using black magic to get to the.
They can adjust their altitude very
Like,
carefully.
do they like kill the moss and then like
They have
put it back
ballast.
on?
They
Ballast.
I don't know how it works. I'm not the engineer. It's your job to understand how it, quote, how it works, unquote.
Anyways, do you think you can help us escape?
A neutral buoyancy.
I think we could come up with something.
Anyway, my second idea involves trying to trick them and steal a battleship, which is more awesome and much riskier.
I like that plan.
But what do we think?
What about my Iron Rose?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Iron Rose is going to get out too. The entire Imperial fleet is going to be leaving.
Are you saying?
Oh,
To
I
go
see
get it.
what you're doing.
Mm.
You
What if this
correct me if I'm
backfires?
wrong.
You have a couple.
You want us to impersonate officers, commandeer a ship, and have that ship be the lead ship. The lead ship disappears with a prisoner ship named the Iron Rose with it.
No, I think he's saying.
No, the Iron Rose will go separately and inform the fleet in case we need someone to ambush them. Other than that, yes.
Okay, so we're going to split up.
So one of the boats is leaving
No,
on
we're going to split up from the crew.
Ah.
Well, technically.
Also, we'll be able to get your crew back this way.
Oh, well, I'm not that worried about them. They're likely scattered on different ships anyway.
We'll rescue some. We'll be able to rescue some of your crew.
Well, concerning your crew, you don't even really have to split them up, see, because the ship that we steal doesn't really have to be manned in order to lead the other ones away. All we have to do is get it going.
Just let it float.
Exactly.
Everyone just gives it one big push.
You just understand, what I'm saying is we are going to be separate from the crew, not that we're splitting the crew into two.
Wait, we can run an entire ship.
We don't need to.
Exactly. We
Just
don't
need
need to
to-
run the ship.
We just need to like get it
Just need to
going.
give it a push.
It's like giving a boat, like a regular boat.
Ah, okay.
So I don't even think it needs to be as complex as you're saying. They don't need to think they're going anywhere. They just need something to distract them.
Well, that would be one option. My option involves getting the Imperial Navy to actually fly the ship out.
Anyways, which ship are you
So we're
guys
gonna
thinking?
commandeer a ship, act as a substitute or like a distraction while we go. Is that one of your plans?
Exactly.
Okay. So which ship are we thinking of getting? And how are we gonna get onto the ship?
See, what I'm not sure about is my plan doesn't need us to get rid of all the crew on the ship, and yours does. So how are you going to go about it?
Well, we don't need all the crew off the
Yes, we do. If we're gonna let them drift off. If we're gonna let the ship drift off as a distraction.
So why don't we just
Well,
go
wait. Isn't there some way you can modify the like controls so that it just veers off by itself?
The ship isn't empty. That's the issue.
Well, yeah.
Yes, but I think Barbara's
But if
onto
you-
something.
Sneak in and
You found
make
that
it
anything
so.
that helps you with the problem I just presented to you. The ship is not empty. How do you get it empty?
Why do we?
All
All of them?
of them.
Throw off 150 people without being noticed.
You're a high-ranking officer orders them
Again.
off.
Well, I mean,
It doesn't
if
even
you,
have to be empty.
if you
does it?
take out the people in
Not
the
if you
control
have-
room without, like, pulling up any,
So we need to
You sabotage it, of course.
like, or without any, like, I guess
and
alert going out.
are you thinking of us
then
being
everybody
actually
knows that-
physically involved in the sabotage or sending something?
Push it away.
I am curious as your plan. I see your plan, the details of it.
What I see what we
You
do
can
is we
beat
go
up
in,
the sure.
we mess around with it a little bit, such that we A, get it going, and B, make it impossible to stop. Get off before it gets too far, and then while they deal with that, we slip away in the opposite direction.
But if the sailors are abandoning ship, then why would they pursue it?
If they abandon
No, they
ship,
wouldn't
fall
abandon
into-
ship because it wouldn't be too damaged to use.
There's no alert going out to cause any.
Also,
I don't care what
assuming that there's not,
the
like,
guys
a
on
sea or
board
something,
do.
They abandon ship, so they're gone.
The rest of the ships
They
are going to
have- they
see
have
it moving,
thingies and-
and that would cause them to act.
They wouldn't.
One way or
They
the
wouldn't
other.
abandon ship because it's not going to blow up. What they're doing is basically,
We
oh
don't
crap,
need to-
okay.
We don't need to just get one ship out of place. We need to get the entire armada chasing after it.
Well, if one
And if
ship
they're like, no
leaves,
guys,
then
it's cool,
everybody
we're gonna
believes that
totally
there's
get
something
this under
going on.
control.
So then they'll move along with that ship moving.
I mean, this plan kind of relies on the crew being idiots, but they are Imperial crews. So,
What about Rover? He was in
they
the
are
other
Imperial crews. So, the only smart people in the Empire are in R&D. Anyway, so.
Anyways, so you have some means of us getting onto the ship?
Oh no, of course not.
I assume we're gonna have to use your uniform scan.
Alright.
I know.
I will
I don't
just
like
play
it
this
either,
way.
which is why I burned it.
Oh, fair enough. So the plan is we're going to sneak onto the flagship, the nice one. We're going to sneak down to the engine room, play with the engine room. That's your job. And hopefully get the ship moving. And while everyone's running around saying, "Oh crap, why are we moving?" But we didn't do this. We'll slip our way through back onto the thing that we used to get onto the ship, move back into our iron rows, and escape in the other direction, hoping that that ship is a distraction for the rest of the armada.
Or we could just do the whole thing about,
Yeah, you don't think that will work?
not really, no, but we'll see.
Well, it's sort of like the mob-like aspect. If one person suddenly does something,
These
and
aren't
it's just
people,
like
these
a
are
mob
ships.
sort of mentality.
These
Then
are
everybody
ships.
starts going
These
crazy.
are
Ships
ships
run by
with, these are ships with a chain of command and, like,
Yeah,
highly
Is
trained
there-
officers.
that's the issue.
Is there
There's-
any?
But if we take their best ship, they're gonna want to get it back at any cost.
Exactly.
Or if we take
they
a
won't.
ship with useful
They
cargo
want
on
to get
it.
it back at a.
If we take a ship
You're
that
not trying to
has,
sell the plan to him.
if they had prisoners or important cargo on it, they're going to need to get it back.
Right.
That's true. If
Do
you
you know
kidnap
the
someone, if you like kidnap the governor's daughter or something, and put her on the ship.
Kidnapped the governor's daughter.
Or he said, you said that your crew has been kidnapped. What if they're being? We don't know if they're being held.
But he doesn't care about it. You made that abundantly
Well,
clear.
But we could use
You have
them.
made that
can't be
abundantly
replaced.
clear.
No, we use them as we send that ship off, and they would need to go
They're like,
back
"Don't
to get
worry,
the
guys.
prisoners.
We're gonna use you as bait.
Anyways, well, actually, no. This idea of having a ship with important cargo on it does sound better. Do you know if any of the ships in the blockade have important cargo?
Actually, if you really want everything to go to hell, get one of the ships to fire on each other.
Ooh!
I like that.
That's a brilliant plan.
I like that better.
Let's do that plan.
That's the sabotage we like.
What we need to do is we need to convince them that there's a prison break and the ship is lost. So they've been ordered to open fire on it.
Or we just actually fire ourselves.
Well, not from
No,
our ship.
no, that'd be a
No, not from our ship. Somehow get onto the ship, light the cannons, and run.
This man is thinking, hey, if this succeeds, next round is on me.
Rover, guess what?
Next round, it's our
If you go on
turn.
this suicide mission willingly, I'll take half the money out of your name.
Good point. Next round is on you then.
Anyways, that sounds like a plan. So we're gonna sneak onto a ship, convince them to fire onto another ship, another Navy ship, and we run away during the chaos. Brilliant!
Boom.
So, which ship should we sabotage?
The one with the
Okay.
biggest armor and biggest guns.
Which one has
Yes.
all the
Okay.
I'm guessing it would be the flagship.
other pylons?
All right. Let's say you do all this.
Yeah.
What goes wrong?
We've
Surprise!
already brought up like 50 ways this plan is terrible.
Surprise! There's one of
Optimism
my
is
rivals
inspired.
who was on the ship from the academy. He recognized me, and I killed him.
That's why we sent Grover in on the suicide mission.
Oh, he's on it? Oh, it was one of Robert's rivals.
Sorry.
So out of curiosity, did you kill him or
Thanks,
just
Helen.
did you try and incapacitate him, or he was cold-blooded like?
This is great fruit.
He fired on me first. It was meant to be an incapacitating shot. It's just
Wait, are we gonna roleplay the infiltration, or are we just gonna describe it? This sounds pretty roleplay worthy.
Roleplay worthy.
What do you
Roleplay.
Pass the
Okay.
second.
Well, I'm completely serious. Like, I do not want to roleplay like that we're like reading a book, but like this sounds exciting.
okay. So who's on this suicide mission?
I am, because she.
What is
Isabel said she
You only
has
have one
suicide
ship
mission?
now.
Wait, guys.
No,
Have we
I only
completed
have
all the
one ship
loyalty
right now.
missions?
What?
Have we completed all the loyalty missions for the group?
Oh, you have it.
Mass Effect.
No, I
At the end of Mass Effect 2, you go on like the final battle, which is called the suicide mission.
Okay, so are we going with the story of the rival then, or
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay. okay? So who's going on the suicide mission?
I think it's us three.
I would love to set another. Okay. No.
Wait, I gotta
You
roll
could-
for this.
You could totally go on if you had a uniform. Alternatively, we could try disguising you
Not
as a man
worth
in one
it.
of our uniforms.
Have you seen how long my hair is? It doesn't fit under many hats.
It works. It works in the
Don't
plays.
you dare!
Wait,
Okay, we're not gonna cut your hair.
Man, that would be hard.
Oh. So that was the suicide joke?
Pretty
Going
much.
on the suicide motif here?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
No.
Anyway, so it's
My
us
food,
three.
please.
So it's us three on this suicide mission.
Yep.
Ooh, can I go?
Except for I don't intend to die.
Suicide.
No. Okay, let's go.
Wait, I
That
gotta
is
roll for
completely in
this.
character. Can I? No. Okay, let's go.
Actually, could you also come with us,
She has
Mr.
to roll to see
William.
if she listens to you.
I don't.
Do we want our smuggler friend with us?
What?
Do we want our smuggler friend with us?
No.
That depends. Do we want to bring him as someone we've arrested in order to help us, or do we want to like just leave him here?
I'll just leave it here.
So what are the
Also,
rest of you doing?
Entertaining you, apparently.
I'll be getting my
she's
crew ready to
probably getting
leave.
drunk.
no, she's apparently coming with.
Yes,
We're not
I'm
coming
apparently
with.
coming with.
Against your will.
Oh, her? She can try and sneak on, but then she's just going to create complications when the Imperial Navy catches her.
Well,
Because whatever opinion I have of the Imperial Navy, I think they can catch an 18-year-old. Okay. So,
And you wouldn't create complications by being caught?
Hmm?
And you wouldn't create complications by being caught?
well, we all will.
I would create complications by getting caught. The difference is I wouldn't get caught. That's the distinction here.
Why not?
Well,
She's
good.
small
I
and
sneak
sneaky.
too.
Yes, but I'm not sneaking around. I'm going to be walking on there in a uniform.
That is true.
This is not like a stealth mission in the sense of like,
Yes.
dun, dun, dun. It's a stealth mission in the sense of like, we're going to walk up to them and be like,
It's more or
hey,
less like.
sup, we're totally officers.
And while they're looking at you, she can sneak behind them. Why is
Yeah.
it such a problem?
She can try.
It's basically a
or while
miniature
they're
version
talking-
of what we're trying to do later.
Or while they're talking to Cedric,
By
Edward
the
goes
way,
back and, you know, messes with the
Cannons.
Yeah, messes with cannons.
Right.
Alright.
So what are you doing?
You and
I will be getting my crew prepared to leave when the time is right.
What am I doing?
You're
you're
gonna stay
going with
here.
her.
Sitting on your ass and
Apparently
drinking.
we're sitting and drinking together, my friend.
No, Smuggler is going with her. If he jumped into Defender, he's going to be responsible.
Don't gamble with her.
Which her?
No, not her. I think
Who's
Her.
Edward's talking about
I
her.
know, but I'm just saying. in
Names.
general.
Her or me?
Jezebel Barbara.
Isabel,
Jezebel
just don't gamble
Barbara.
with her. I'm not
Yes.
telling you that.
And who is referring to whom?
So, since you jumped into the defense of our friend Barbara here, you'll also be coming with us to help her.
Wait a minute. That's a bad idea. My face is the one they're looking for.
I can
Yeah.
change that.
Snip,
It's
snip.
true.
You wouldn't dare.
I can keep him in the tavern.
But wait, the entire part of her, like, if either of you are seen at all, this plan fails.
I'm
Then we don't get seen.
Exactly, but then his face doesn't matter because it's not seen. Like, do you think they're gonna walk on the ship and be like, I sense a face I'm totally looking for?
Your face looks guilty.
He does have a point, but maybe she could be the double bluff. Like they catch her and then they think they've solved the problem. So while they're busy dealing
And
with
then we
her,
have to rescue her,
happens.
which is an even bigger task.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
staying here.
Yeah, I've got.
Actually, no, we don't have to rescue her. Good plan.
Wait, I missed that.
Don't worry, Barbara. You're in good hands.
So Hano and Naga, that plan would leave you to fight them alone. Good plan, and he runs off.
So Helen is going to go shape up her crew.
On second thought, Barb, maybe you should stay behind. We can hang
No,
out
I
here.
already rolled. I already don't listen to you.
Forcibly.
Yeah, no, we
Hey,
can
Barb,
totally
Barb,
lock her in
Barb.
the closet.
Barb, I made a special drink for you.
Actually, can we lock her in a
No.
cupboard under the stairs?
Wait, can I roll to get out of it?
But then she might have magical powers, and then that would be awesome.
An owl.
Barb? Like Barb, fire at that guy. No!
Imagine how awesome it would be to have an escort of witches.
Anyways,
Emily, could you make
Yes?
a perception roll?
Sure. Is that wit plus perception?
Yep.
I have one success.
Okay. William Lufberg is, as he alluded to before, much younger than the other people here. And slightly familiar looking to you. Reminds you of someone.
It's not like there are any deep, dark secrets here. I have to say, the funniest thing was not the fact that Abby was laughing so hard, but the fact that she was whimpering like a puppy.
anyways, I think. So, Barb, you're staying here with our friend William.
Fortunately, there's this magical portal you can get if you run into the cinder block between the third and the, what is it, 3 3/4 mast?
9
9 3/4 mast. Guys, there's no thing there, but she'll hit herself so hard.
Quarters.
Which actually has been removed from King's Cross.
Yeah. Probably because there was so much blood on it.
No, renovation.
I thought they took a special flag saying this is 9 3/4 to.
The thing
Well, no, what it is the
platform 9
ninth one,
3/4.
and then you go 3/4 to the side.
Right.
There are no. The ninth platform doesn't have the brick anymore.
Oh, okay.
So they renovated it.
Alright.
I was quite sad when I came to King's Cross.
Sucks.
Anyways, back to this.
And she's gone.
So
Alright, so now that she's
us
gone,
three.
everyone start plotting.
Can she still hear? Or is it just the videos that?
No,
So basically-
the whole call went down. It'll reconnect.
So us three, we're sneaking onto the ship. We're gonna do that, which we have discussed. Since I'm not gonna repeat it. And so yeah, let's sneak onto the ship, all three of us.
Let's go.
And then I go to the crypt.
You get no video now.
Why do you say crypt?
Alright, so am I staying behind on the ship
Yes.
with William?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Jezebel
Jezebel.
and the captain.
And the rest of the crew.
I go to my crew and tell them, you are not men! You are not women!
You are not men, and then you look out at the crew and it is like 90%.
And we will be ready!
Well, you want to say it's my
Anyways, so
you are not
that
men, it's
centric
like, there's a
speech.
reason you're the pirate queen. We're basically Amazons.
Student observation.
Yes! Headcanon accepted!
Anyways, we're on the ship now.
Anyway,
Are we?
Are
Yes.
you? Are you really?
so we're on the dock now, about to walk onto the ship.
Okay.
Assuming all three of us are in uniform.
Successful.
Yes.
Who's heading up the giant bull
The giant bowl?
The giant load of bull.
Oh.
I assume it's the one wearing the officer's uniform.
They just
Well,
gonna
we're
go
all
on the
wearing
ship.
officers' uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, at least we two are. I don't know about Rover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you really think Cedric would let Rover lead this?
Heck no.
Do you think Edward
Even
gives
though
a
I'd
shit?
be a better.
Anyway, if it
Therefore-
works,
I'm leading this charge.
Continue.
Okay.
I walk into the ship,
No.
and and it's like every other Imperial ship. The layout is the same. They're not creative in the Imperials.
You can't just walk into the ship. There's still people there.
Yeah, we act like we know what
walk
we're
out.
doing.
Does anyone challenge us?
I challenge you to do it.
No, it's like those signs. Challenge means to stop.
No,
Yeah.
I know what
Do
you
you
mean.
apologize? Do you reach up to my pizza?
So I didn't want to see this. Do not challenge the gate. They're just like the gate, the ultimate boss of life.
Do you think they recognize you?
Why would they?
Not
Exactly.
as famous as like some of the other people, which probably means Helen and I
I mean,
should
like,
say hi.
no, but if we're, like, they should recognize us as officers because we're wearing the uniforms. They shouldn't recognize us as individual people.
Right.
So do they challenge us?
Well, if they're standing guard, then of course they would. Their job is to challenge everyone.
Okay. So yeah, so start sweet talking.
Roll. Bull.
What?
Bull.
That actually is a
Oh.
thing.
Crap.
Oh.
Wait, do you have any bull? I don't.
Well, why?
I don't have any.
Why did you put me in
have
front? I have two.
I have bull and
Oh,
axe.
yeah, go
Take
for it.
lead.
Fine. I'll
You're
take
doing
it.
it.
Go.
I thought when he was saying bull, he was just saying you like, yeah, you gotta bullshit your way through this thing.
That's the skill.
Well, no, but I thought you like out of character, out of time.
I know.
All right. So what's bull again? It's.
Bull's
It's
presence.
like fast talking your way out of.
Well, no, but I mean, how many dice do I have?
So
However many you have in that plus your presence.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
plus presence.
yes.
Wait, no. Turn it into an automatic success.
Oh.
You can trade in 3 dice for 1 success.
Well, no, just go, and if he fails, I'll try and cover for him.
Okay. Or we fight our way out.
Wait, that's the thing you can do all the time.
Yeah, we decided.
Yeah. Or suddenly there's 2 less people on guard duty.
Ha!
That was really dark.
Okay!
Well, what do you say?
I missed.
Well,
He talks to the wrong person.
I'm
Oh, God. So what do you say
Shut
I'm
that makes them completely suspicious of you?
He farts.
hello. No, I walk up and we're like, hello, we're here to board this ship here. We're members of the
Imperial Inspection Committee.
Imperial Inspection Committee.
By the way, I just rolled a poll and I got 6. I got 6, which rolled into another 6, which rolled into a 5. So,
Okay, so you covered his butt. Imperial
It's that big.
Inspection Committee.
yeah,
In the
as
middle
far
of a
as-
blockade?
Well,
Why do you say that like it's a strange thing?
we gotta make sure you're ready in case anyone tries to run the blockade.
Or to make sure that you're not taking any
Oh,
bribes.
yes. Good
From
point, good point.
smugglers.
Yes, this is an excellent time for an inspection.
Yes, and don't tell anyone we're here because it's a surprise inspection.
Of course, of course. May I ask one thing?
Mm.
Why do you smell so terrible?
I just pointed at him immediately. Alice.
What?
Burritos.
Do you at all remember the building we recently came out of?
We took a bath on the ship.
Yeah.
Yes,
I imagine we got ourselves cleaned up. Or at least I.
Well, you see,
I cleaned myself on the ship, at least.
we had to come directly from.
We were on Fifth
Headquarters.
Street.
Have
There
you
was
ever
an
been a
explosion.
soldier? Have you ever ran around in the muck?
There was an explosion
You guys really
at
get
Fifth
this
Street.
proof. Yeah.
Our guy was hiding out in the fertilizer shop.
Bad thing.
Was he really? Did you get him?
The explosion was too big, we don't know. It's still smoldering.
man.
Hence the smell. It was a fertilizer shop.
Disgusting.
What do you expect from smugglers? they're worse than. No, they're not really worse than pirates. They're almost as bad as pirates.
Agreed! Alright, yeah, that's awful.
Yes, and I am not very happy right now, so if you wouldn't mind, I just want to make this as quick as possible.
Yes, sorry, please, get out of your way.
So we walk on board.
You are on the board.
And
The cannon. Imperial ship.
were we going to do anything besides trying to get them to fire?
That's good to do a little bit of.
You know what we might do? We might try and sabotage communication so no one knows why
That's
they
probably
shot.
a good thing as well.
Yeah.
So they can't just be like, accident. They'll be like, everyone will be like, why did you shoot? They're not responding. Oh my God.
That's probably the best thing. So communication first, and then we'll sabotage. We'll shoot off some stuff.
Okay.
So to the communication
We should probably
bridge.
do the communicate. Well,
Yeah.
should we split up or should we just stay?
Let's.
You could
What
do
kind of
communications,
communications
we could
do
do
they
the
have in a world where the radio has not been invented?
They might
They
have
flags.
Yeah,
flags.
They could either do the flag system or they could use whatchamacallit. Yeah, that'd be telegraph.
Morse code. If
They did have. They
There's
did
a
have
new
Ship.
flags, probably.
I mean, they
Since
had
they're-
transmitters before they had radio, but they weren't very good.
So it's probably gonna be flags.
Oh,
Alright.
flags?
I say we just get rid of some certain flag letters like accident, like so the A, the C,
Radio.
not our fault. We basically get rid of all the vowels.
Steampunk.
We should get rid of certain things, and then we should put up the flags. You know what we should do? No, that would be too.
Throw the
That would be too
flag.
derpy. We should totally like take their flag and replace it with the whatever our flag is, so they hoist it up when they like think there's an attack going on.
Hoist up a pirate flag.
See that.
Ooh.
You know what? Let's see if we can do it.
Who did this?
No, we do have to make sure that we remove the naval flags.
Right, we replace it with the pirate flag,
Yeah.
so that when they
Did you
think
bring
battle's
them
going on, they
down?
raise the colors.
We should
brought
definitely
them,
keep
right?
those
Wrong
naval
colors.
flags.
You brought them, right?
Sure.
Okay, good.
We should definitely keep those naval flags too, just in case.
I randomly
for our little
smuggle.
show.
I randomly smuggle
Of course.
everything on us at all times.
Okay, so we are going to the mast, and thankfully we were able to take the flags, replace it with another flag, our flag, and we're now making our way.
Said flag.
That's all the communications they really have, right?
I mean, technically, they could get close enough to shout at each other.
But by then, that's
Did
why.
you shoot
By
me?
then, there'll be a gap in the blockade.
Right, yeah, that would be incredibly stupid if you think they're hostile.
Exactly. So we'll let's go to the weapons, to the cannons, and see what we can sabotage.
Well, no, we don't want to sabotage the cannons, we want them to put up a fight.
That's what I meant. Like sabotage in that sense, not like sabotage. Oh shoot, we can't shoot anymore. But like, oh shoot, we just shot.
You shoot 2 shots.
I know what I said.
So,
Shots are another weapon.
but aren't we going to deal with the flag first?
Yeah, we just did with the flag.
Oh, we
just
did
replaced
it?
it.
Okay.
Surprise, we just replaced
Sure.
it.
Alright. As for the thing, so yeah, we'll go down to the firing deck, I guess.
Alright,
Is there anyone there?
of course.
Alright. So, I guess I just swagger up on my low and say,
Swagger.
swagger. Swagger like Mick Jagger. Go up to one of them and say, are these all the guns on the ship?
Sir! Yes, sir.
Are they all ready to fire?
At a moment's notice, sir.
Notice.
Notice, sir?
Demonstration.
Demonstration, sir. Your selection of ammo, sir?
The grape shot looks lovely.
No, grape shot's made for people. We want them to hurt the ships.
Oh, my bad.
Round ball.
The round-
Or actually, you know what? They are held up by chain shot because they're held. Shredding the sails in this setting should
Yeah,
kill
but
them
then-
instantly.
But then they fight back.
I mean, they shouldn't be able to take out all the ships with one barrage.
They just fire great jet.
Mind you're talking right in front of them.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just go with, whatever's most plentiful.
Most plentiful. That would be the round ball, sir.
Sure, round ball.
Okay. Men, load up the round ball. Every cannon, sir?
One full barrage.
One full barrage. And what are we aiming at, sir?
I just point off to a point in the distance that's not obviously close to another ship, but is sort of there. Like, they'll obviously miss at that point. Like, it isn't pointing at a ship.
Okay.
But it's closest to one.
Alright. We have our bearing. Load. Fire! Alright. Cannons go off. Fire. Cannonballs streak through the air. All cannons fully operational, sir.
I want
Even
to
that
see you
one in the back?
reload.
Over there?
Well, no, just reload.
Okay.
Tell them to reload.
Reload! Reload!
These
men scramble and reload.
I'm a graduate of the Imperial Technical Academy, and as far as I can tell, these are miscalibrated.
They are, sir. They fired right where you told us to.
The arc was too high.
Too high, sir.
Yes.
We're going for lower range.
We've gone up and you're going too high. The winds will buffet things in bad weather.
Well, yes, obviously in bad weather, but we don't have bad weather. We didn't compensate for that.
I just start giving orders to the men to roll out the guns, basically imitating what he did. Wait until the point where they're aiming.
Okay.
Then I tell them to adjust to the side a little.
Some of them look at you quizzically, and then.
I mean, I'm giving this in like exact terminology, not like go to the side a little,
Well,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 degrees to the.
But they can,
just a little bit.
but they can see where you're starting to point, and they start look at you funny, but they still go along with it hesitantly. And the one who's previously barking orders is like chewing his nails now. Okay.
I should just go for it.
Say so.
Nah.
Now,
I look over. Actually, I look over at you two,
yeah.
and you guys nod no. I look over and I just. Well, I'm looking over at you two, and he goes no. And what do you do? Just shrug.
Shrug.
Can't find me.
And I. You know what? Alright, I tell them to roll in the guns.
Whew. That is the loudest sigh of relief you have ever heard come out of that guy. Right, they roll back the guns.
Probably won't hurt out.
I don't want to have to fight off the ship.
And
Thank you for the inspection.
Why would we thank them?
But no, the inspection has been noted, and you'll be getting the results shortly.
oh yes, thank you, sirs. Happy to demonstrate for you.
Mm-hmm.
Come back anytime,
Yeah.
sirs.
Remember, just because a ship looks imperial doesn't always mean it is.
Yes, sir.
And it's fine to see it.
And we'll walk off this ship.
Do you have the flag?
Oh yeah, don't worry.
So, how are we going to get the brawl started now?
Find some way to make them raise their flags that aren't their flags anymore.
Well, thankfully we didn't use all the bombs.
Actually, that's a good idea. So, as we start to exit the ship, we're going to demand that they give you a formal send-off.
With fireworks from the cannons.
Okay.
Cannon salute.
And raising the colors.
All right.
Yeah, no, you had to sneak onto the ship, and now that you're getting off, you deserve your full rank as whatever you are.
Indeed. Roll leadership.
No,
Not you.
I am wanting leadership.
I
Okay.
have none.
So do I want you to go safe with the one success, or do I want to chance it?
How much do you have?
Let's go.
How spectacular do you want the send off?
Let's see how badly this goes. I should call with the 1 success.
Alright. So, you try to assemble the men, create some pomp and circumstance, but what happens instead?
They just sort of ignore him.
Yeah.
It's
You
like,
told him not to tell anybody.
come before me and see me off. They're just like, I'm busy.
Who are
Just
you?
like-
Like the rest of the crew doesn't know his rank, so we're just like,
You know what?
who's the random dude at demanding a send off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, this is like totally unorthodox. Like, yeah, he's an officer, but he's just stepping off the ship. Why does he need all the fireworks?
But why does he need to? Go find the captain. What? He's not going to recognize us either.
Hopefully. If he does.
Oh, then we'll throw him overboard.
Well, let's just make sure that this, that where we meet the captain's in a private room that has a quick access out in case we need to find our way out.
So I just go up to some random guy. Where's the captain? I seem angry.
Ah, the captain is not on board, sir.
First mate,
Also not on board.
commanding officer.
He's on deck 3, last I heard, sir.
What happened to the captain and the first mate?
That's
Should-
on shore, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Prostitutes or something.
Probably.
Anyway, so
Oh, you're on the ship.
I go get him.
Okay, sir. He nods off. A few minutes later, comes back with
Can we pause right there?
Yeah.
During those few minutes, where there's no one in the room, what are we?
We're going to do what we just tried, but instead of having you try and roll leadership or whatever the equivalent of in-universe role leadership is, we're going to just demand he do it for us.
We're going to try to push the roll. Okay. We're going to try again.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Lead the charge.
Okay. So he eventually comes back with the commanding officer. Here he is, sir. The man who demanded to see you.
I think it's the guy.
Let's say he's also the head engineer.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. Fascinating. Now I know that you probably spend most of your day with your head in an engine, but when an officer goes on or off this ship, he deserves to be properly, whatever the word for etiquette is, saluted. Properly saluted, yes.
Well, I don't know what party ship you come from, but we don't do that here.
There's a reason that every ship has a flag. Now raise it.
What are we signaling?
The fact that you belong to the Imperial Navy. Or has that changed?
Oh, no, not at all, of course. Is this part of some scheme to intimidate the smugglers?
Part of an inspection.
An inspection? Oh, why wasn't I informed? You didn't tell me there was an inspection.
It's a secret inspection, you idiot. Don't raise the flag.
Run away!
And with that, as he goes off to give the orders, we immediately leave.
Okay, so yes, to get close to a different ship.
Pirates! Fire! Yeah, no, actually, as we run off, we should start yelling, pirates, pirates.
Okay. So you dash out of the ship, get into the town, start yelling pirates. You do see that they raise the flag, and it is none other than your own pirate flag.
And so we immediately
Iron
get
Rose.
back to our ship and
You're
just like wait for that perfect moment before we zoom off. Right?
Well, wait. Have all the other ships started going?
We're waiting for that
Waiting
moment.
for it.
We're waiting for it.
The crew is primed.
Just as you reach the Iron Rose, you hear the first shot fired.
Let's go, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Meanwhile. back at the ranch. I mean, on the ship.
It's a sheep.
So, Jezebel?
Yes.
You run the, do the whole tavern thing.
Yeah.
You brew this yourself?
With some help from Cedric.
Pretty good. Barb, have you tried this?
No,
No, I take it you don't drink at all?
no, not much.
Oh, good, good.
And you, sir? Do you drink at all?
Have you been watching this?
That's quite impressive. I mean, he's
Very
been able to
damn
drink
sure
liquor
I
on the
know
table.
and take a
You
drink.
know, how many do you think you could drink of our special house brew?
Well, that depends on the special house brew. What's it like?
Drinkable.
You'll cough from all the way on the other side.
Somebody's talking about alcohol. Feel it in my blood. My inebriated
Feel it.
blood.
My heart causes
Don't
the
need
tears of
to
it.
play silly is what sustained you're supposed to.
How much can you normally drink, would you say? We can play a little game here.
Oh, I'll have to respectfully decline. I don't think now is the best time to get too inebriated. We have to focus on the mission.
Well, the mission's being handled. Are you worried you might let something important slip, maybe?
Me? No, I don't know anything
Then
important.
why won't you drink with me?
I am drinking with you. I just don't think we should push it too fast. You never know what's going to come through that door.
It's just a little game. It won't hurt.
It's starting to get really.
I'm scared.
It's starting to get a little.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Really.
What are you doing?
So, Barbara, how's
Yes.
it going with you?
It's going fairly well, I think. I kind of recognize you. Have I seen you on other ships before?
Maybe. The beard is kind of new, and the name.
And the name.
What was the name before?
Barbara, it's me, Devo.
Devo.
I immediately run out of room and go away. Or just immediately run out of room and just sort of hide somewhere
It's a
somewhere.
band with a song about S&M. It'll never not be
No.
a song from now on.
It isn't.
It is. It may not be in universe, but it is.
Is she always like that?
Only when she gets unusual surprises, good sir. Now, might I ask how you know Barb?
We used to be friends growing up, long time ago.
Last time I checked, friends don't run away upon receiving news of friends being alive.
Yeah, I'm just as puzzled as you.
Why don't you play a game with Cicely? A dice game. If
Uh,
I win, you have to tell me more about what happened between you and Barb that might cause her to run away. If I don't win, we'll figure something out.
I already told you, I have no idea why she would run away.
Well, then just tell me a story about you and her.
All right. Well, as you know, we grew up more or less on the streets. It was rough going, but we managed to pull through. Your typical street kid story, right? You go in the orphanage for a while, but that really doesn't suit anybody. Who can blame you? You get out of that, but you got your kid sister to worry about, so money is always hard to come by and disappears quicker than you get it. But Barb and I looked out for each other. She she helped me get by. I say, never expected to see her here on a pirate ship.
We're respectable. It's a tavern too.
Yes, it's a tavern too. I understand.
I never expected the life that led me to be a smuggler would lead someone else to be a pirate. Those are two completely different things.
I wonder why she would run away. I mean, the last person that ran away from me, I had to hunt down and kill. It leaves a few questions in my mind, and
Really?
Bard might not be my favorite person.
What did he do?
He cheated,
At the dice game?
among other things.
I see.
But the important thing here is Helen is a good friend of mine, and this is her ship. And if you're going to cause mischief on her ship, I might have to hunt you down and shoot you too.
No mischief here. Leave me. I am at your disposal. You need something smuggled. I can do it.
You specifically said you couldn't smuggle the ship, so.
Normally you smuggle things in ships, like booze.
Hey, I have it on good authority, and by good authority I mean the Game of Dominion, that you can smuggle entire provinces.
Anyways, when did we get back onto the ship?
Anyways.
What's Helen doing?
I'm having my crew at the ready so we can leave whenever it's time.
Give it fiery speech.
I told you, you are not men, you are not women, you are an unstoppable force and we will be reckoned with.
So you have a crew like eunuchs? Asexuals? Like
It's from the song, The Iron Rose.
Yes, I get it.
Their pirates is their first and foremost priority.
I mean,
That is their gender.
First slaves.
no,
All right.
no, we are not the Empire.
So the crew quickly makes ready for flight. They have a bit of trouble getting the engine going and not knocking in any of the various glasses over. But other than that, everything is ship-shaped and it's roaring and ready to leave. When
We jump back into the scene.
you all jump back into the scene.
And we say, okay, keep your eyes out. There should be a gap opening soon.
or at least cannonball fire.
Yes,
There's cannonball fire.
there's the cannon fire. It opens up. It escalates.
Go, 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 go.
And ships begin moving in on the now, quote, pirate ship.
Run, run, run.
Meanwhile, we raise our Imperial flag.
And go the other way.
Our
Hate
Imperial
seeing
merc-
that thing.
We'll burn it once we get out of
immediately put
sight.
my hands over your
How
eyes.
many
There you go.
Imperial plagues have we gone through? I always get this strange urge to burn them!
Hey, you got them. Well, technically, we got them to shoot at each other. People involved with you got them to shoot at each other. That's impressive.
It is impressive.
Right.
Drinks all around.
Hey,
Yeah.
great job, guys.
Once we're out of danger, and make sure that none of them have followed us.
Yeah, I still think that stealing the
Yeah.
would have been preferable.
But now we have a ship out. We have a friend.
All right.
Well, do we call him friend?
We have an acquaintance.
We have an
Or
acquaintance.
business partner. Although his business is kind of shoddy right now, so acquaintance might be better.
He's a business partner, isn't he?
He would be if he gave me money.
Well, he's a
So,
another one on
wait,
our ship,
guys,
so he is
guys,
part of our business.
Does anyone remember why we first came to this city?
To sell the figurines, and we never did.
Exactly.
Why does that matter?
To the next city!
Why does that matter? We got information on them, which
That's
was
true.
True, we did get information.
It's not
So, actually, we can use our smuggler friend here. What would you know about? Do we ask him?
What would you know about passing off counterfeit goods as real?
What? Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh, lovely. You might be able to help us.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm sort of hiding outside the doorway. just listening in to the conversation.
Okay.
So it's really useful, much more useful than other people.
Anyways, Robert, why don't you get the crate for us, please? Open the crate, pull figurines out. Do you recognize these?
Oh my gosh. Nope, never seen them.
But they're pretty, right?
And they also move.
Do the thing.
They also
we
move.
showed them to an antique, or was it?
Yes.
And he basically had like a mind chasm.
Yes.
So we're guessing that if it isn't real, whatever is a copy of is valuable. We have 4 sets. One of them may be real. We don't really care. We just want the money.
Yep.
We don't care. We just want the money, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Integrity. We're pirates.
Is this? No. Okay. So you have that.
Yes. Do you know where we would be able to sell them? Any artsier towns?
Well, this
Stop
would
heavily breathing into the microphone.
have been, one of your best
Alright.
bets.
Yes, but unfortunately, there was a certain blockade.
We could just
Right.
keep it and come back.
That also works.
Yeah,
It's not like it takes up a huge amount of cargo space.
True.
And we did make money from our last.
We have enough. We do have enough food
it
and
would be
money.
best to wait.
Right.
You could try the capital. That would certainly have the right clientele.
Would we get more money here or at the capital?
Capital's more dangerous.
Right.
But that makes it more fun.
No.
No.
True.
No. No family.
Okay. Sorry. Not all of us have family in the capital.
But then we
Family in the capital. That reminds me of something. What was it?
Something unpleasant, I'm sure.
Anyways, so shall we go back to Plan A?
Right! Mrs. Vandeleur.
That's a terrible name.
That's her last
That's my name.
That's her last name.
Wow.
Is that your
Helen Samantha Vandeleur.
Isn't that
but
the
I
woman
just
who
Samantha.
threw you out of her body many years ago?
That's one way to put it. It's also called a mother.
Well, I don't. She's on a good terms with the woman. I wouldn't call that a mother.
Threw her out of her body.
Get out of my body!
Anyways, you were saying?
I never thought I'd run into you in person,
Oh no.
but I feel I should tell you. Your mother is
No.
dying.
No.
Your mother is dying.
Plot twist.
Dun, dun, dun. What's your relationship you have with your mother anyway?
I ran away and I didn't even tell her.
Well, yeah,
You didn't tell.
Now,
You didn't
I
tell
understand
me
you might
either.
not carry that much.
I certainly
Steve,
never walked up to you and
what
was
did
like,
I say
so what's your
about hurting
relationship with
Helen?
your
What was the
mother?
rules with that?
No, but like I never told her I was leaving.
Yeah,
I
no, but I'm
didn't
saying
know.
like, it's legitimate for my character to be
It's
asked.
her
Yeah,
mother!
that's true.
What did I say about hurting Helen?
Helen hurts back and Helen hurts harder.
So, I have a
didn't do it.
question.
I want to.
Because there's only one response to this, no matter how you feel. But since you ran away, would this be drinking because you're happy or drinking because you're sad?
Me?
Yes, you.
We're drinking to celebrate? What?
I'm just drinking because I was drinking, okay?
Can the answer be both?
Just,
I'm going to drop it.
just because I'm feeling emotions doesn't mean I need to stop drinking, analyze that, and then continue drinking based on the results of my analyzation.
Yes, it
need
does.
someone to talk to.
Wait, Helen.
Not you! Ever!
Wow.
Not about this anyway.
You
So-
can't drink.
Why not? I'm
Yeah.
drinking right now.
No, him.
Oh,
I can
you
drink.
can't drink.
Yes, I can.
Drink.
Yes, I can.
We will bring out the undrinkable.
Drink too much.
Roper, would you like to play another game?
No!
Anyways,
Just for one day. At least.
This, you are still
After today.
the head of us, Helen.
Only own half.
Do you want us to
No.
go to the? Okay, good.
You only owe me one ship now.
So shall we go back to Plan A and continue
You
raiding
settled on one
ships?
ship beforehand.
Wait, we're raiding?
What else do we do?
How else do we get money
We
and
still have to
carpet?
get out of the. Oh, we already got out of the.
Yes, we're out of the blockade.
Oh, okay.
Game night.
I noticed the part. I didn't. I missed
Hang
the
on,
part where
hang
I
on.
actually-
Say that again. Emily? Say it again?
We are now in the process of going away from the blockade.
We have
That's all
gotten
I'd
away
say.
from the blockade.
Right.
We have made sure that no one has followed us.
No one is following you yet.
I say we find a poorly defended town and take it over.
Or can't we just go back to our hideout?
You do have that, yes.
But that's 2 days away.
But then we can
And-
move the entire town.
Yeah, but is
We can't get rid of the goods, guys.
What?
We need to get rid of the stuff.
It's not
No,
urgent
that's
at
very
this
small.
point. We may give us money. Yes.
That's
We
what
have
she's
enough money.
carrying.
We right now we have enough money.
Carrying like gold or
Yes, but
Cheerios,
if
so
there
no.
are other priorities, then those can happen first.
But money.
Yes,
But
money.
drinking
We have
money.
money.
But
We have
drinking.
money. We have food. We even have our blankets.
So we could go to the capital if you guys want.
No,
I'd be totally down for that.
No.
not yet.
Don't
We-
do it.
I
Maybe
think
we'll go after she's dead. No, still not good.
But what about your
But if
No.
you go before
Anyone
she
in your
dies,
family
you
you're
can
worried
make
about?
sure that it's final.
What?
Nothing.
Make sure it's final after she's dead?
No.
or if she's dying, you twist the knife.
Push the pill.
I have leverage against her! I could do that!
Push
not
the
very
pillow a
nice.
little.
She wasn't very happy.
This
Rumor has it she
huddle right
wanted
now.
to see you.
What?
How? Wait! Back up.
No.
How do you know her mom?
Why would she want to see me?
I don't know her personally.
Ever.
Then why
Is
do
your
you cast
mom at all
your
related
mom?
to piracy?
I've
No,
been to the capital fairly recently.
That in no
Yes,
way means
That's
they're
what's going
related to
on. As
piracy.
the Vandalors,
They're
I
all
sneak
about
back into the
society.
room.
a big name there.
Yes, I know.
Right. So naturally, anything that happens to them, everybody knows. So
And you
Wait,
know that
are
Mrs.
you the
Vandalore
heirs?
is looking for her
Are you the
long
heirs?
lost daughter.
that's what they say. She's dying and trying to reach out.
How come I haven't
Wait,
seen
is
this in
there a
any of
bounty
the
on her head?
newspapers?
Why would it be in a newspaper?
What?
Okay, come on. The gossip
Yes,
section.
she still
Seriously.
has my sister.
Wait. Is there a bounty, like a reward for bringing her back?
No. I don't think so.
But, I mean, this means if the mother dies, doesn't that mean that since Helen's father is no longer around, doesn't that mean that the money has to, any fortune remaining goes to Helen or her sister?
If she is still in the will,
I think
Which
it's
I highly doubt.
Yeah.
Wills can be,
rewritten.
I was going to say interpreted, but that's what I meant.
Anyways, how far away is the capital from here?
Too far. We can't do it.
Exactly.
Day.
I'm not saying you have to.
I say we
I'm
do
just
that.
the messenger. Oh, hi Barb.
You know, I'm going to lock you two in a room and you can come out and be happy with each other or not come out.
I
That
don't think that's entirely necessary.
Considering the awkward silence.
I'm feeling very aggressive right now.
I wonder
What?
why.
This is hard.
Rage!
Hey, I didn't know I just started a friendly fire incident. I'm on a roll.
Okay, you just rolled for your radar.
Against what?
I don't know.
He referred to you by name, since you said you snuck back into the room.
Yes, I did.
Someone's hitting on you.
Lady,
I can't really tell without the camera, so.
okay. Later on in the conversation, he called you out by name and said, "Oh, hey Barb."
I'm sorry.
Hey Barb, what's up, baby?
Hi.
Looks like you're hungover.
Glad you decided to join us again.
Must be too much. Did we
Yes.
last night?
I don't mean to be too forward, but what made you run off before?
This looks juicy.
Well, with you being a smuggler now, this sort of relieves a little bit of my conscience on this, but how's your little sister doing?
Well, she's stable. I had a big score a couple months ago. I was able to buy off a pretty good doctor.
Buy off. Hey, doc, got patience for you. He obviously has just forgotten how to have transactions that are not bribes. He goes into the store. Hey, give me this and I'll give you like $5. That's the price. No. Give me it. I'll give you $5.
I think it's more a reflection of the society. And being, a wanted criminal doesn't get you into hospitals. So, anyways, so back to his story. So he was able to stabilize her, which is helpful, but nobody is close to a cure. I think I heard some Dr. Simon was the closest to it, but nobody's heard from him for a while.
I'm gonna go talk to our good friend the doctor.
Good plan.
Oh, because, remember when I told you about how much debt I was in? Because my mother passing away?
Yeah, I remember that.
I got enough money to pay off my debt.
You did?
I gave it to you.
Oh. You mean
that was a huge sum of money that you got. I know how much your sister means to you, and I mean, I didn't want you to lead the same life that I did, just going off willy-nilly from ship to ship. But now that you're a smuggler,
yeah, it kind of happens anyway. I've met a couple others from back then. They're all in similar situations. Nobody's really gotten the good life. It just doesn't happen. But man, Barb, you could have been done. I mean, I thank you for that, but in the long run, did it really help? Are you...
Honestly, it's like, what am I going to do once I get my debt paid?
Stop living in fear? I mean,
but what do I do after?
What do you what?
What do I do afterwards?
I don't know, whatever you want. Stop running. I mean, are they still after you?
I don't know anymore, and I don't really care anymore.
All right. Listen, I'll do whatever I can to help you out. If I promise I can pay you back that.
No, it's fine. Just keep the money.
I'll take the money.
I'll take the money. I don't know why. If he owes you money, you take the money, girl.
I am in agreement.
If you want to learn from me so bad, learn this. If he owes you money, take the money.
Get the money. Cash rules everything around me. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
If he doesn't give you the money, you shoot him.
Whoa!
That's a little extreme.
Let's not kill him just yet, okay?
Or him, for that matter.
No, I don't owe her any money.
He and I come out of it. He doesn't owe me money right now. He owes her money, and so that's her issue. I'm just saying, if she wants to take my advice so badly all the time, she's passing up money here. It's a very serious issue.
Jezebel, what I like about how you live is your carefree lifestyle, not about the money.
But
Yeah,
The money is why she's living a lifestyle.
She is set for life because she has so much money.
Except people don't pay their debts!
How much did you give him? This much?
What do you mean, how much did I give him?
He's
A
out
lot.
cold.
I didn't hand him any alcohol today!
Oh shoot. Where's the flask?
Is he okay?
He's hungover.
Hold the flask.
It's gonna be undrinkable.
But she said he didn't have anything to drink.
I didn't hand him anything. I never said he didn't drink. There's a difference. I'm not
Who handed him this?
Somebody slap him.
Okay.
Who handed him this?
I did. Did you?
Can I stop him? Since he must be buddy, I have the right.
I'm not stopping anyone.
I will punch.
I have the right here because he owes me
You
the
two need
most
to stop
money.
whispering.
I just said I'm not gonna slap him.
Do I get to slap him?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, ready?
Go punch.
Good.
That's all he reacts with. He must be really hungover.
But, no, seriously, guys. Who gave him this bottle?
Not me.
I did not. I would not waste the stuff on him.
Edward, are you running experiments on him again?
On him? I don't run experiments on him. That's the doctor. I'm a mechanist, remember?
That stuff is wonderful. He's actually right. It was quite good.
Can I try it?
Wait. Why are we testing random bottles that we have no idea where they came from?
That is a good question. And the answer is
Could I have the undrinkable? I need something with strong alcohol content to make sure that any poison would be neutralized.
That's not how chemistry works.
Definitely
Bottoms
not.
up.
Make a roll.
Don't you know the story? You can
Which
cancel
one?
out some poisons and other poisons.
I don't think it works that way.
Actually, it can.
Oh, what?
Standard for drinking.
Right, well, the next time you drink
Which one's that?
42 or something?
Or just 142?
I don't know.
I was thinking.
I go down one on the thing, on the drunkenness.
You are now tipsy. You are having a good time. You suffer a black die penalty equal to the step number you are on any resolve roll to resist having another drink.
Lovely.
And we've reached that point of the night already. This is wonderful.
We were just finishing the popcorn, okay?
There goes mine.
Use the bottles on
Alright.
Okay. Anyways, I believe you were telling more of this life story, Mr. William? Was it?
Yes. Where was I?
You owe her money, I believe.
People owe somebody money?
Dude,
we
you don't
just
know
went
that-
over
I
this.
went over this. She doesn't want the money.
I don't want the money. It was for his sister.
And how is said sister doing? If you don't mind me
And
prying
his
into your
sister is
personal
now
lives.
stable.
I already said she's doing okay.
So what's the problem?
Well, she is still comatose and dying.
That's
She's
always an issue.
it's slower now.
Oh, okay. So okay is a relative term here.
And you bought her some more time
Right.
to find a cure.
Right.
And do you know where you can find such a cure?
No.
Didn't you say something about Dr. Simon?
Yeah. I mean,
What was
well,
the
the
name of
doctor
this
I
disease
got.
again?
Clot disease.
Tuberculosis.
Wait. For clarification's sake, what did he say?
What?
Clot disease.
Clot disease?
Yes.
I love it.
Named after, Dr. Plot, of course, who discovered it.
Yes. Dr. Plot.
Okay, first.
Okay.
No, Dr. Narrator.
So while I'll graciously excuse myself, and then go to find our good doctor friend.
Cedric.
Hello.
Come in.
Do you mind if I ask you a question about plot disease?
Sure, go ahead.
What is it? And is there a cure? Sorry, 2 questions.
It's what I've dedicated my life to finding a cure for. It has...
You just hear in the background, what? Not my daughter, you best.
It's what has taken my beautiful wife from me. And I believe I'm very close to finding something to revive her.
Your wife?
Yes.
Oh, so she's not dead.
No, not dead, but she's not alive, you know?
Are we talking like coma? Or similar to coma?
Alright, so on
Yes.
a scale of like zombie.
That's what I'm wondering here.
Let's
On
up
a scale
the
of like
machines, okay? Artificial life.
zombie to Dr. Freeze's wife.
Freaking listen to the song, guys.
His name is Victor. What do you think?
I remember all of it.
I should have guessed.
Anyways,
Does he have like a snow
could we-
globe there?
this
In
is
fact, he does have a snow globe on his desk.
this is slightly what's the right word? Selfish because you heard about our smuggler friend, right?
No. Who's the smuggler?
Did we talk? Yes, William something. The reason why we were the blockade.
Yes. Yes.
He was the reason for it.
Okay. That makes sense.
So his sister also suffers from this plot disease.
I see.
And he's also looking for a cure.
Yes. Well,
Perhaps we could shoot down 2 birds with 1 stone and help you out.
yeah, well,
Assuming you know what you need. Or have
Well-
an idea.
I have a few leads. If you are willing and there's not another job for the ship, we could take a slight detour, pick up some things.
I think having a detour right now would be the best idea.
That would
That'll
be
give us a lot.
that would be excellent.
No, not the disease.
I think a detour
this-
away from something will be the best option for us.
Excellent. I mean, I got into this business with the hopes that it would lead me to new places, discover new.
So I do apologize for not
Possibilities.
looking out for your needs earlier, but
No, but by all means, it was my fault. I did not make them as abundantly clear as.
and I
perhaps
apologize
should
for
have.
prying into your
Yes.
personal life.
Apology accepted. It's not an issue.
Anyways, what do you need?
Well, supposedly there's a.
Stop drinking alcohol in the lab. No more alcohol.
Yes. Please be careful and the
You
shelves.
didn't give
Contaminated.
Sorry, you didn't give Robert anything, did you?
Me? No,
Okay.
I didn't give Rover anything.
Anyways, where would you where should we plot a course?
Oh, I'm sorry. Desirous.
Desirous. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's about 3 days away.
3 days. Are we that close already?
Everything is 3 days away.
2 if we're lucky with plot.
It's my new 3-day
Day engine.
drive.
It's quite amazing, actually.
Hmm.
Edward's brilliant at the.
And you patented it, right?
Yes,
Yes, I simply
Suppose
patented
if
my illegal
we-
pirate tech.
go pretty much straight up. That would put us pretty close. I'm not the best at geography, obviously, but
Yes,
Is anyone
but
good at geography in a world made of floating islands?
relatively
Very
yes.
few.
like a world.
Anyways, we'll plot a course for Desirous, but I do have to ask what you are planning on looking for.
Well,
What
there's
happens
this
if you
rumor
don't
that
announce
the
that
natives
each other?
on the continent have.
They don't, they all move at a similar pace.
What's that?
Oh, just answering his question.
But if they all move at a similar phase, then that implies that all of them are
The natives have something you said?
Yes, stick kind of
Herb
poultice cure-all, something or
Okay.
other. And I'd like to examine its medicinal
Properties.
properties.
Okay, and
See
so
if-
you'd want a sample of it, or maybe more than a sample if it turns out to be.
Sure. I mean, as you know, Platt's disease is spreading widely across the inner continents.
So I hear.
Having quite the problem.
Yes, and hopefully this will help us out.
Yes.
And then we can
sell the cure and get rich.
Your daughter.
after we cure.
I thought my daughter
Indeed.
wasn't.
But
Indeed,
assuming, but
Wait, is my daughter
When-
sick with plots of these, or is it different?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Plus.
Everyone's sick. Everyone has a sibling or relative sick with plot disease. Except for me.
No, mine's just
Alright,
dying.
so how about we give it to people immediately close to us, and then for everyone else become an evil pharmaceutical
Well, my mom's
company?
already dead, so
Who's already dead?
my mom.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm already dead.
The emperor.
anyways, so we'll plot course for Deserts, and hopefully this will work. So let's plot a course to Deserts.
Desert.
You're gonna
I
actually
feel
go
like
and
that
tell the
has
crew
something
that.
related to the desert.
I get the feeling that we're going to Skyzer.
You will get
I
slapped.
have a feeling there will be a lot of sand.
That's
I don't
where
like
you're
sand.
wrong.
It's coarse
So
and
what
rough, it's
Deserts-
everywhere.
Is the ice continent.
It's either going to be a desert or exactly the opposite of a desert.
Yeah.
Except the tundra is technically a desert.
Yeah.
That is true.
Indeed, based on rainfall.
Yep.
So,
We're plotting a course
Rainfall
there.
All right. We will take a short break here and return after everyone gets a chance to break.